Wow, books of Proverbs continue. Contrary. Dreams go by contraries. Convent. A runaway monk never praises his convent. Conversation reveals one what he is. Conversation gives away the man. Education begins a gentleman. Conversation completes it. Conversation makes one what he is. Silence is one great art of conversation. Converse. He that converses knows nothing. Cook God sends meat and the devil sends cooks. He is an ill cook that cannot lick his fingers. Too many cooks spoil the broad cookery. Hunger finds no fault with the cookery. Kissing don't last. Cookery does. A cool mouth and the warm feet live long. Coot as bald as a coot. Cork. If you squeeze a cork, you will get but little juice. Corn. Gentry sent to market will not buy one bushel of corn. Corn is cleansed with wind and the soul with chastenings. Corn and horn go together. When the corn is in the stalk, the fish are on the rock. King's chaff is worth other men's corn. Corn hides itself in the snow as an old man in furs. Corner. Truth seeks no corners. Cornish, you shall know the Cornish man. Cough is happy is the bride, the sun shines on, and the cough the rain rains on. Corruption is of the best is the worst. Corruption wins not more than honesty. Correction gives understanding. Cost little is less esteem. The more cost, the more honor. It costs more to do ill than to do well. Courtesy costs nothing. Cottage love lives in cottages as well as in courts. I will not change a cottage in possession of for the kingdom in reversion. Love and cup cannot be hid. Council of war never fires. Council over cups is crazy. Council not to council uncalled. If the council be good and no matter who gave way to the council of fools a wooden bell. Lucky men need no counsel. Counsel must be followed by not praise to make counsel of one's pillow. If the old dog barks, he gives counsel. He that is his own counsel has a fool for a client. Counsel, he that will not be counsel cannot be held. Count not four except when you have them in a wallet. Do not count your chickens before they are hatched. How do I love to let me count it? When you have counted your cards, you will find you have gained but little. Country, they died to save his country, their country, and they only saved the world. My country, right or wrong, so many countries, so many customs. Happy is a country that which has no history. God made the country, man made the town. The chickens are the countries, but the city eats them. Courage, be strong and of good courage. A man of courage is also a man of faith. Courage is venture in half the battle. Many would be cowards if they had courage enough. Courage in war is safer than cowardice. Couple, every couple has not a pair. The course of true love never did run smooth. That quote, everyone is for himself. Courtesy always pays. Less of your courtesy and more of your purse. Courtesy on one side only lasts not long. Full of courtesy, full of craft. Courtesy costs nothing. The small courteous sweeten life. He may freely receive courtesies that knows how to require them. Courting and wooing bring telling and doing. At court, everyone is for himself. It is courts as it is at ponds. Some fish, some frogs. A friend is in a court is better than a penny in purse. I would not call the king my cousin. Call me cousin, but cousin me not. Covid nothing overmuch. All covet, all lose. Covetous man, neither clothed, fed, nor respected. Over covetous will never good. Covetous spends more than a literal. Covetous men live grudges to die wretches. The cow knows not what her tail is worth till she hath lost it. It is not all butter that the cow yields. As well as the cow's calf, as for the bird, said the cow to catch a pig. Everyone to his taste, as the old woman said when she kissed her cow. The cow that first up get the first of the dew. The cursed cow has short horns, as nimble as a cow in a cage. Coward are cruel, cowards die often. The coward never started in the weak, died along the way. Despair gives courage to a coward. Conscience don't make coward of us all. Many would be cowards if they had courage enough. Put a coward to his metal and he'll fight better. The virtue of a coward is suspicion. Cowards have many times wrote for their dead cousin, call me cousin, but cousin me not. The older the crab tree, the more crabs it bears. Vanishing hides a crack, cracking bells can never should sound well. Better have one flow going than two cradles. Fair is the cradle and foul is the cradle. Saddle. Copper for the craft, cunning as his tread. Craft against nails, no living. Craft makes him have clothes, but truth loves to go naked. Full of courtesy, full of craft, the life is so short, the craft so long to learn. As so fight rain as cranes to a crazy ship, all winds are contrary. The worst wheel of the cart road creaks most, a creaking door hangs long on his hinges. Take a cash, let the credit go. Credit keeps the crown of the causeway. No man has lost his credit but he who had it not. He that hath lost his credit is dead to the world. Credit looks like a Venice glass broken. Credit is dead, bad, pay killed. Creditors have better memories than debtors. A credit is worse than a master. First creep, then go. Cricket as merry as crickets. Crime never pays. Crime may be secret but not secure. A critic may have no innovations. Critics are like brushes of noblemen's clothes. Crooked iron may be straightened with a hammer. Crooked locks makes fires. A straight stick is crooked in the water. Crooked by nature is never made straight by education. Crooning, a crooning cow, a crooning hen, a wise whistling maid. Body never luck to her house. Cross your bridges when you come to them. Don't cross the bridge till you get to it. Each cross has its inscription. A proud man hath many crosses, a cross on the breast and the devil in the heart. Crosses and ladders to heaven. Cross the stream where it is nebulous abreast. Crows are never the whiter for washing themselves. A crow is never whiter for washing herself often. The crow thinks her own bird's fairest is to have a crow to pluck with one as a crow flies. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. The end crowns all. Cruelty is more cruel if we defer the pain. Cruelty is a tyrant that always attended with fear. The cat is hungry when the crust contents her. One foot is better than two crutches. The crutch of time does more than the club of Hercules. Don't cry over split milk. To cry with one eye and laugh with the other. Much cry, little wool. To cry all before one is hurt. To cry wolves, cry all the way to the pan. Crying is of no use over the split milk. Spilt milk. The cuckoo sing that the year when the cuckoo comes, it is up all the door. The cunning wife makes her husband her apparent cunning is no burden. It's not my cup of tea. A cup of in the plate is the mind of the game. There's many a slip between the cup and the lip. Love locks, no cupboards. A cur will bite before it barks. Yapping curs will raise mastiffs. Past your past care. Care is no cure. He's a good physician who cures himself. What cannot be cured must be endured. Curses like chickens must come home to roost. A cursed cow has shut corns. Custom in infancy becomes nature of in old age. Custom is a second nature over times. Other customs without reason is but ancient error. With custom we will live by laws and rules. Ancient custom is the force of the law. So many courtiers, so many customs. Customer is always right. Cut off the dog's tail, he remains a dog. Cut your coat according to your cloth. If you cut down the wood, you'll catch the wolf. To cut the eyes, the tongue is not steel, yet it cuts. Measure thrice before you cut once. Good company on the road is the shortest cut. To cut one into shape, to cut the long story short. Cut the cattle and come to the horses. Wow! So far, so good. Amazing, lords. Love it. Beautiful. Wow, books of Proverbs continue. Contrary. Dreams go by contraries. Convent. A runaway monk never praises his convent. Conversation reveals one what he is. Conversation gives away the man. Education begins a gentleman. Conversation completes it. Conversation makes one what he is. Silence is one great art of conversation. Converse. He that converses knows nothing. Cooks. God sends meat and the devil sends cooks. He is an ill cook that cannot lick his fingers. Too many cooks spoil the broad cookery. Hunger finds no fault with the cookery. Kissing don't last. Cookery does. A cool mouth and the warm feet live long. Coot as bald as a coot. Cock. If you squeeze A cock you will get but little juice. Corn. Gentry sent to market will not buy 1 bushel of corn. Corn is cleansed with wind and the soul with chastenings. Corn and horn go together. When the corn is in the stalk, the fish are on the rock. King's chaff is worth other men's corn. Corn hides itself in the snow as an old man in furs. Truth seeks no corners. Cornish, you shall know the Cornish man. Cock is happy is the bride, the sun shines on, and the cock rain rains on. Corruption is of the best is the worst. Corruption wins not more than honesty. Correction gives understanding. Cost little is less esteem. The more cost, the more honor. It costs more to do ill than to do well. Courtesy costs nothing. Love lives in cottages as well as in courts. I will not change a cottage in possession for the kingdom in reversion. Love and cup cannot be hid. Council of war never fights. Council over cups is crazy. Council not to council uncalled. If the council be good, and no matter who gave it to the council of fools, a wooden bell. Lucky men need no counsel. Counsel must be followed by not praise to make counsel of one's pillow. If the old dog barks, he gives counsel. He that is his own counsel has a fool for a client. Counsel, he that will not be counsel cannot be held. Count not four except when you have them in a wallet. Do not count your chickens before their hands. How do I love thee? Let me count the counted. When you have counted your cards, you will find you have gained but little. Country, they died to save his country, their country, and you only saved the world. My country, right or wrong, so many countries, so many customs. Happy is a country that which has no history. God made the country, man made the town. The chickens are the countries, but the city eats them. Courage, be strong and of good courage. A man of courage is also a man of faith. Courage is venture in half the battle. Many would be cowards if they had courage enough. Courage in war is safer than cowardice. Couple, every couple has not a pair. The course of true love never did run smooth. That quote, everyone is for himself. Courtesy always pays. Less of your courtesy and more of your purse. Courtesy on one side only lasts not long. Full of courtesy, full of craft. Courtesy costs nothing. The small courteous sweeten life. He may freely receive courtesies that knows how to require them. Quoting and wooing bring telling and doing. At court, everyone is for himself. It is courts as it is at ponds, some fish, some frogs. A friend is in a court is better than a penny in purse. I would not call the king my cousin, call me cousin, but cousin me not. Covid nothing overmuch. All Covid, all lose. Covetous man, neither clothed, fed nor respected. Over covetous will never good. Covetous spends more than a literal. Covetous men live grudges to die wretches. The cow knows not what her tail is worth till she hath lost it. It is not all butter that the cow yields. As well as the cow's calf, as for the bird, said the cow to catch her head. Everyone to his taste, as the old woman said when she kissed her cow. The cow that's first up get the first of the dew. The cursed cow has short horns, as nimble as a cow in a cage. Coward are cruel, cowards die often. The coward never started in the weak, died along the way. Despair gives courage to a coward. God should not make coward of us all. Many would be cowards if they had courage enough. Put a coward to his mettle and he'll fight them. The virtue of a coward is suspicion. Cowards have many times wrote for their dead. Cousin, call me cousin, but cousin me not. The older the crab tree, the more crabs it bears. Vanishing heights, a cracking bells can never should sound well. Better have one flow going than two cradles. Fair is the cradle and foul is the cradle. Saddle. Copper for the craft, cunning as his tread. Craft against knaves no living. Craft makes him have clothes, but truth loves to go naked. Full of courtesy, full of craft, the life is so short, the craft so long to learn. As so fight wren as cranes. To a crazy ship all winds are contrary. The worst wheel of the cart creaks most, a creaking door hangs long on its hinges. Take a cash, let the credit go. Credit keeps the crown of the causeway. No man has lost his credit, but he who had it not. He that hath lost his credit is dead to the world. Credit looks